Hello, everyone. Good day to everyone, and thank you so much for coming in today for a new session. And actually, two wonderful topics that we have for our Let Us Talk It webinar for this Wednesday. And we call this webinar as Zipinar because we're trying to just squeeze in or zip in two very important knowledge or topics from two wonderful speakers that we have and give you the best of information that is possible. As the aim of the Zipinar is to provide free knowledge and create an informed community and empowered community as well. So again, we appreciate your time for joining in, and for those who are watching via Facebook and YouTube, please stay tuned for our wonderful topics to be discussed today. And to start off, we have the first topic as establishing an endurable career as a freelance writer. So now with the digital work right now and everything that's happening, freelancing is one of the ways for each individual to cope up with the actual changes. And how to build a career as a freelance writer, how to find clients, and how to grow your personal brand as a beginner. So for those beginners right there, out there, I mean, and for those who are just planning, so this is the best topic for you to listen about. And to deliver us this topic is Kanishka Gopal, a B2B SaaS freelance content writer, and has begun freelancing as a generalist content writer and gained expertise in writing B2B SaaS articles back in 2019 with a chemical engineering background. So she has written over 7 million words of content and helped many clients rank higher to drive conversions. And without further ado, let's give it to Kanishka to tackle the topic. Please take over.
Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. Let me share my screen. My screen is visible. I'm audible.
Yes, you're
Hello,
breaking a little. Yeah.
Okay. My screen is. Hello.
Yes. Yeah. The connection broke a little right there. Yeah. Are you able to share screen?
I think there's an issue on my side. Go ahead first. I think an issue is troubling me.
Yeah, it's actually starting to open your screen right now. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for bearing. Yeah, there's just some few technical uh, issues that's happening, but it's actually given for situations such as this one. So yeah, thank you so much for your patience, definitely. So yeah, our speaker Kaneshka is working on it. Okay, can yes, okay. Well, there's really few things that's troubling the actual presentation. So again, we do apologize for certain issues, but definitely we'll try to move on for the second topic in place of the first topic, since we're trying to work out things as of the moment with the technical problems. Thank you so much, definitely, for understanding, everyone. And well, I'll just introduce the topic real quick. So the second topic, which we'll be switching for the first section, is diversity and inclusion in the workplace. So diversity and inclusion is empowering and appreciative in terms of age, gender, races, valuing different perspectives and opinions, and everybody is given a safe and respectful environment to work. And this will be given to us by Garima Pandey. So she's an HR director and then an HR leader, ICF program certified coach, soft skills trainer, and image consultant, speaker, content creator, NLP, and also an NLP practitioner. So, a certified soft skills training from the National Accreditation Board of Education and Training, or NABET, at the Scottish Qualifications Authority, and a certified image consultant from the Council Institute of Image Management. And she has presented before for this platform and joining us again to deliver valuable knowledge. And without further ado, let's have Garima to discuss on the topic.
I'm audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the beautiful introduction. It's my pleasure to present a topic on the diversity and inclusion, which is very important in the current scenario. So basically, what do you mean by diversity? So diversity is the quality of being diverse, difference, a point or respect in which things people differ actually. And condition of being diverse is given. We are diverse in age, we are diverse in gender, we are diverse in culture, and inclusion is basically how we are included. For example, diversity is already there. Inclusion is the act of including them and making to run them together. So aspects of diversity. So age, definitely generational differences are there in the workplace, race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, physical attributes, education, job title, function skills. So all things, these things are diversity in the workforce, which we are seeing. Disability also and marital status also comes under diversity. So why it is important to understand diversity? So diversity is just not tolerating difference. It is about respecting, appreciating, and understanding the varied characteristics of individuals. Everyone is unique, and no single person is a representative of a certain group. So what are the stereotypes we have, racial biases we have? They are very damaging to the business. So understanding and learning the effect of diversity and inclusion is very important nowadays. And what do you mean by about generation? We just spoke about the generational gap. As you all know, there are four generations who are working right now in the organization, and they differ in their expectations, in their motivational levels, in their attitudes and behaviors. So millennium generation is basically they want the steady growth, faster growth, and in terms of money, in terms of position. Whereas the earlier generation, that is X generation, was more stable and they take the things slowly as they come on. So an understanding of these generational differences can really equip us to handle the workforce situations. So as I told you, there are four generations: veterans, baby boomers, Generation X, millennium generations. So they differ in a lot of things. First of all, the motivational, then how they approach to the feedback, then work versus personal life, and what are the rewards they want, financial behaviors, even the relationship with the technology, which is very important. So benefits of understanding generational difference will help us in effective communication. For example, if we're talking to millennium generation, we'll understand what the person wants, how he's inclined, how his mind runs, and how the X generation works. So there will be less misunderstandings, increased recruitment and employee retention also. Because when we are recruiting the person and we are able to understand the mindset of that person, we are able to actually recruit that person and making culture aligned. And definitely it will help in employee retention also, because if we are dealing with X generation person, we need to know what is the thing which actually motivates him to be in the company, or how we can retain that person. And similarly with the millennium generation. So all these knowledge actually really help us when we are dealing with human resources. So as I said, that it will include productivity and teamwork also, because when the managers are actually knowing what are the generational differences are there and how they can actually deal with human resources, then the conflicts would be less, and which will result in increased productivity and framework. So if you're not managing diversity, what will happen? There would be discrimination, there would be narrow-mindedness, there would be impairs employee morale, and it strains employee relationships. You must have heard in the workplace what happens, that mainly women employees feel gender discriminated, and they feel that they get less, and in terms of promotion also, they are discriminated against a male employee. So this actually demotivates the woman employee. In terms of other things also, for example, if in this multinational scenarios, people are working in different countries with different their different ethnicity, racism. So how we treat people of color or how we interact with different cultures also matters, because we need to have the knowledge of a different culture, what is in and out for that culture, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, because we are dealing with human beings and emotions are involved. So basically, effective management or diversity actually can result in improved organizational effectiveness. Because what will happen when we promote a non-discriminatory workplace environment, everybody is motivated to work and give their best. Okay, and it has been proved by the research the slightest difference in the actually how we treat people in the teams can create big rifts, and that will ultimately affect the productivity. So when we have diverse employees, for example, when we have a lot of employees from different regions, different countries, different cultures, of different backgrounds, basically they give a lot of creative ideas. Okay, and since we have seen in the case of multinational companies like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, all these people hire the local people. Okay, because these people can actually serve the needs of the diverse customers. They're actually inclined what the customers want. They understand the mentality of the customers, and they can treat them, or they can give ideas what can actually make the local customers happy, regional customers happy. And definitely it will increase the retention. For example, if the McDonald's, like we have seen that now they are giving up the sticker chart and all. So what they are doing, basically they are molding themselves as per Indian market, and so that McDonald's is retaining the customers of the Indian market. So it is helping in increasing of the customers as well as retention of the customers. And there's some diversity bias, which I'll say assumption of superiority. Normally we see in organization, people feel that I'm better than him, or I know better than that. And otherwise there's this assumption of correctness, that I'm always right. Okay, and this is the way it should be. And assumption of university also, that we all are same, everybody is just like me. It is not like that. Basically, everybody is different, everybody has a different mindset. And nowadays you should not treat the person as you want to be treated. You should treat the person as the person who wants to get treated. So understanding of the mentality, understanding of the sensitivities is very important in the ever changing environment. The challenges lies in the continuous improvement of integration and social acceptance of people from different backgrounds. For example, human characteristics are very different. They act, they interact, make choices. Everybody is very different. And even in the family members, there's a lot of difference. So when we are from different family backgrounds, different culture, different countries, definitely we'll be different, and there will be clashes of opinions. In order to avoid clashes, in order to increase productivity, we should have the understanding of the diversity. We should have the understanding that how we can include all these people and grow together. So avoiding biases, similar to the effect, basically some people feel that if that person is basically from that region, he would be like me. For example, there is a growing tendency, if somebody is from Telangana, they would be like, their mentality would be like us. Or if somebody is from North, their mentality would be like them, which is actually, we have this effect, similar to me effect, that the person would be like that, which is again not a reality, because it's a perception. So all the people are not same. Social status effect is also one of the things, where individuals are perceived on the basis of high social status. Like if we see some people driving a car or something, we feel that a person is of high social status. Another person traveling by metro, we feel that the person is of low social status. But the reality can be that to save time, the person is traveling in metro. So how we perceive people really makes a difference. So understanding of it, understanding the fact, really help us in respecting each other. Then sometimes what happens, that we have a salience effect. We focus attention on some individuals who are different. Actually, we feel that we have to give more importance to them, especially if they are basically from different culture or region. But it will definitely affect the other team members, because they feel that we are not actually fair to them. So how you treat people of different cultures, how you maintain that equilibrium, how you maintain that team buildingship, really affects the diversity and inclusion. Then sometimes there are a lot of drivers in the organization. What we feel that if we increase the incentives, the employees will start performing. But we don't understand that only increasing the money is not a driving factor for the employees. The other factors also, like work-life balance. So we have to understand what really motivates them, and according to that, we have to cater the programs. So what is the steps in managing diversity? We should empower employees to challenge discriminatory behaviors. We should give that approach to the employees, that they should ask that if they feel discriminated, they should actually reach to the concerned person, that is HR or any other body which the team has been created by the company. Okay, And then we have to reward employees for effectively managing diversity. For example, if manager is having more diverse people, somebody from Odisha, somebody from Andhra, somebody from Telangana, and he's able to cater those people, we should reward the efforts of the managers that will really motivate them to recruit different people from different backgrounds. Then we should also provide training to the managers also, because sometimes managers are not equipped. So as a organization, it is our duty to provide a training so that they understand what is human behavior and how they have to deal with diverse people. And it has been actually the research has been done, okay, by the Diversity Research Network, that 25 to 40% of workforce attrition rate is because of the diversity. Because attrition is increasing because the people is not able to understand a different diverse behavior. They're not able to cater to their regional differences, and that is the reason people feel left out, and then they resign, which results in attrition. And sometimes 5 to 30% lost productivity also, because if you're not able to include people from different backgrounds, some people feel left out and they come to the office, but they're not coming fully to the office with their attitudes, with their opinions, and their productivity gets declined, because sometimes they face bully also, right? These kind of, actually, as an organization, when we're running the organization, we should at least take care of all these things, that everybody feels included in the organization, so that overall productivity, overall retention rate of the organization should increase. And it has been proved by the research that workforce diversity is positively associated with higher business performance outcome measures, actually. Racial diversity is also positively associated. Gender diversity is also positively associated. When we have a male and female good healthy relationship or a ratio, then what happens basically, women have different kind of mindset, and they bring more empathetic behavior, and men bring more logical behavior, which has been seen. And it really helps in balancing the organization, balancing the human and as well as the financial aspect of the organization. So we have seen that if you have a more diverse workforce, you have different ideas, different opinions. So it really helps in new product development. Okay, and like people from different ideas give the different kind of like ideas, and the product which is developed, actually, it is not monotonous. We keep on improvising the product. Similarly, with the consumer confidence, if we are actually making something related to a female gender, or let's say a feminine gender or masculine gender, if we have the workforce related to that gender, or like say that mentality, we can understand what really the consumer wants, and we can cater to their uh, we can cater to the demands, right? So increase productive service marketability, like, because we understand what the consumer wants, and we know how to actually uh, satisfy the demands. And also, we actually, this really helps in marketing of the products also, because entire marketing strategy is based on the consumer behavior. Then if the organization is having a poor diversity management, as I already said, 25 to 40% of workforce is lost during attrition, and 5 to 20% lost productivity. Okay, so we have to actually, this is like a bucket where we are just putting water, but there are holes in the bucket, and because of all this, the people who are actually our trained resources are going out if we are not managing the diversity. So the best example is NASA, where they have actually built a culture where the people from different regions, different countries, different culture are actually there, and they really help actually to build NASA what NASA is, right? And it is the strongest diversity management program right now. Wants to ways to incorporate diversity. How we can do to incorporate diversity? Okay, so what we have to do? For example, first of all, it starts from recruitment. We should recruit from different talent pools. Well, like different campuses, we can go to UP campuses, we can go to MP campuses, we can go to Telangana campus, so that we have different freshers, young talents from different backgrounds. And also, like for example, we can also infuse diversity in advertising of our products by like for example, if you are, like say Cadbury is a big example, where they make different kind of advertisements, like where when they have to let's say Cadbury celebration, like it is for all the generations, and they show that kuch meetha ho jaye means you can replace the sweets with the Cadbury. So how they are actually with all the generations, like how they are actually molding the product, and molding the, not molding the product, molding the advertisement, so that the right what the impression they want to create is going to the audience. Okay, then key to growth. So diversity is actually the key to growth in this fiercely competitive global market. where it is not a regionalized or local market. Everybody, we are just connected with everything to understand a different culture, to understand what is the real need of the customers, and understand. And if you want to have the happy customers, you should have the happy employees. And for that, the HR or the management of the company has to play a role in which we can give the equal employment opportunity to the people. We treat people with respect so that people have no inhibitions in putting out their ideas. And since all this marketplace is now a global marketplace, okay, so it is very important in this time that diversity management is a time sensitive business and imperative. Like, we cannot just wait that, okay, after some time we'll become some diversity. No, this is the right time and we should start working on it. And if you're really having a diverse company, then you should always keep on working how you can increase the talent pool by having a diverse talent pool. It will increase the richness of the talent pool. So the future of diversity is very good because it is like, you can just think like when 20 years ago, like IT, when it came, right? It was like, it was more of a support thing. Okay. But now it is the main market, right? Where people are really, IT is the big thing. Now with the advent of Corona and all, it's like the e-commerce business is flourishing like this. So now if the organization have to really grow, they have to have diverse people in the organizations, because employees are the face of the organization. And when customers also feel that these kind of people are working in the organization and they will understand a product, that's the reason you must have seen in advertisement, we, for different nationalities, the advertisement is different. Or when we have a, let's say, any ad of a global company will include all the nationalities, so that customers have that confidence that they understand, since these kind of people are working in the organization, they understand our sensitivities. So diversity management will definitely help to build rapidly, basically, the organization. We have a good rich of human resources, because you're not just catering to one kind of generation, you're catering to different kind of generation, different kind of countries, different kind of cultures. So definitely you have a rich pool of talent. And right now, when the women is growing up in the workplace, this diversity is actually have become very important, because today's workforce has highest levels of employment participation ever by women. And we have dual income families, and sometimes single mothers also have are increasing in the workflow. So to give the support system for the single mothers to work, and to have a women friendly policies, which most of the companies are actually taking the step for it. Okay, in terms of giving maternity leaves, extended maternity leaves, in terms of like when their companies are asking that you can join the company after having a gap. Okay, so the second innings to the women workforce. So all these things what the companies are taking initiative shows the diversity, and how women can really make a difference in their workforce. So definitely, if you have a diversity initiatives, it will improve corporate culture, because first of all, you are not discriminatory, you are having equal opportunity, and that will definitely help in decreasing the interpersonal conflict. Okay, and when the interpersonal conflict is reduced, definitely the employees will be more focused on client retention, and will increase the productivity, and definitely the bottom line of the organization will increase. So what happens when you have the right kind of workforce, or when you are seen as the equal employer organization, your brand, your everything actually, it starts actually will increase, and which really affects the bottom line, the top line of the business. Definitely customer service improves, because your staff understands what customers want, which I already said, right? And we have a lot of knowledge transfer also, because a lot of people are there, and we can have a good mentor mentee program, which really helps the employee to grow further in their careers. So for customers, for employees, diversity inclusion is the current thing which is going on. And there are a lot of steps which the companies are taking. They are taking alternative work arrangements, they are taking accommodating work and family need, like hybrid culture is nowadays going on. If we can't go, or like many companies, for example, cannot go for all in all work from home, so now they are encouraging the hybrid cultures, so that they can have the variety of people who have family, or who have some elderly parents who take care of kids. They can actually give their productivity to the organization. Okay, so what I say is that we have a lot of personal biases and stereotypes which needs to be actually challenged. We can't say that this kind of person with this kind of generation will perform like that. We should actually do a lot of psychometric tests are there, and we should be with open. The organization should be open with the opinions. Then only the diversity is already there actually. The inclusion is what we have to do. That is the task. And if we are including diversity, So there are a lot of things will happen. First of all, the unhealthy tensions will happen, loss of productivity because of increased conflict. Then there will be complaints and legal actions if you're not having an equal opportunity employer. Okay. And if your company is actually not maintaining the diversity, definitely the recruitment training, you will lose the bright talent. So as workplace becomes more diverse, employees encouraged to take of communication, like what kind of communication you are sending to people. Because in some countries, what is acceptable in one country is not acceptable in the other country, the cultures. So your communication should also be synthesized as per the workforce. Then what are the actually what is the timings and how they react to certain kind of incentives, rewards, and recognition programs needs to be addressed. So a diverse workforce is a reflection of a changing world and marketplace because everything is very diverse. So it's bring high value to the organization because it is what is outside you're bringing inside to the company. And definitely when you are you are bringing that congruence, definitely the productivity, the profitability of the organization will increase. So what I say, the new market share, if you have a more diversity and inclusive environment, actually, new market capture research have proved will increase by 45% in the companies in Fortune 500 companies. Okay, so this is what they have seen that there's growth in the share market, there is return on investment, there is employee engagement. So as I conclude, diversity is a fact. We are having a diversity. Now, inclusion is a behavior which we have to really focus on to make the organization a better place for the employees to work and above all, give good customer service to the customers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everything you said, I really agree on. Like, communication is a key to any form of business, and adding diversity to address the communication definitely is a big yes. So thank you so much for that. And now we are open for questions. Actually, you can put your questions on chat, or you can open your mic to interact with our speaker. So anyone from the attendees would like to ask questions?
Yeah, I have a quick question. Yeah, thanks, Garima, for the wonderful presentation. It was really eye-opener on a lot of aspects. See, one thing I wanted to understand from your view as well. Of late, there's a lot of discussion happening on the moonlighting. So, what's your thoughts on that?
See, moonlighting is something that there are very views about moonlighting. Okay, some organizations are knowing, right, that the employees are doing moonlighting, but they're okay with it because when they're hiring the other people also, they are saying that if the person is ready to work for part-time also, we are okay with it. So they themselves are hiring people, then they cannot deny their employees to do moonlighting, right? So many it is happening. Like for example, in recruitment, sometimes if the employee says, or let's say candidate says, I'm ready to give 4 hours, right? Especially when you are catering to US market, when you're paid hourly. If the company is okay with it, then that to hire that person, then they are actually you are actually favoring moonlighting, and then how you cannot stop your people not to do moonlighting. Okay, you are open to that. And sometimes like if you have to be very strict, okay, then if you don't allow moonlighting, but I don't think you can definitely curb it because it's very difficult nowadays because of the global market and all. So it depends on the organization strategy, what they want. But I personally believe that it is not it you cannot just actually control the moonlighting in the current scenario because it is happening and it will happen because organization when they are saying that we don't want moonlighting, but they themselves are hiring the people who can give 4 hours or 2 hours or time to cater to the US market.
No, they are, see, this is also depends on the employee disclosure, right? So during the due course of the interview, they don't disclose all the details, like they're already working with the other organization. So when they interview and take the candidates, so at that time, they have been offered like a full time. The moment they say full time, it's like you're offering like 40 hours per week or 45 hours per week.
Mhm.
But how ethical is that on the employee part is more subjective. Whether they should be taking multiple offers and then qualify that as a moonlighting, then again it's pretty detrimental, right?
Mhm. You see, first of all, if the employee is actually not disclosing everything and he knows that the company policy is very strict, so in that case, he has to disclose. Otherwise, it can lead to termination. Okay. And what I'm saying that moonlighting is a new concept, and which as a HR I feel it will not stop. Okay, organizations are taking steps to curb it, but it cannot be controlled fully as per the current scenario what we are seeing. But see, if you have not informed the employer, and mostly employees don't inform, and if employer came to know that about it, then it
Yeah.
depends on the company policy. If they want to terminate you, they can do it, or if they're just okay with that, because it depends how the resource is valuable also. Because see, I'll tell you right now, actually companies are into that kind of evolving stage actually because
Right.
of this corona. Nobody actually, they don't want moonlighting, but they are also hiring people who are doing moonlighting, right? So there is actually
Because
everything is
they're not aware of it, right? They're hiring because the other parties haven't disclosed. So that's why they are hiring, because always market is open. But
Hmm.
it's only how ethical we are while we are taking those full-time positions.
Yes, that is okay. But even I have known as a HR that some people, some companies are hiring people for 4 hours, right? Let's say you're working for 8 hours in that company, then you join a company as a freelancer for 4 hours, right? I've
Yeah.
seen that. So
Yeah.
in that case, see, putting all the blames on the employees is not right. But yeah, if your company is very strict about it, directly told that we will, if we found out any moonlighting after you join the organization, you would be terminated. Then it's benefit of the candidate, they should disclose it, right?
Hmm. I totally agree. Yeah. If it is like as you said, right, it's a part-time that they have offered like 4 hours or 2 hours
Hmm.
per day, then absolutely fine. Then the other person is more than welcome to do. But the moment you offer a full-time position and still the other parties are doing moonlighting, then it's more comes to the subject of
Yes,
ethics, right?
yes, yes. Because I'm seeing, like, for example, I can't disclose the name, but in some companies, people are hiring people for 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
So we know that the person is doing moonlighting, right? But if the company is hiring for you full time and giving you the package as per the market standard and is very strict from the beginning, then you should not do it, because it is an integrity issue and it will spoil your career. Because see, this is right now everybody's aware of everybody in LinkedIn, right? So your career can be spoiled because of this. It's not that time that people will not come to know. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your thoughts.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Satya, for interacting with our speaker. And yes, thank you so much for addressing that question, Agrima. So, any other attendees would like to interact? Just share your comment regards to the topic, or you can share your insight.
See, one more question I have, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. As you said, there are multiple generations that are currently working, right? So, in terms of, some people run at 100 miles per hour, some people run at 40 miles per hour, some people run at 10 miles per hour. So, when you
Hmm.
say the concept of inclusiveness, right? So, how
Hmm.
do you ensure that everyone is optimally utilized and we deliver when it is need of the hour, when we have so much diversity and at
Hmm.
the same time you have certain milestones to reach? So how do you ensure that every one of us reach to the milestone?
Yeah.
How do we address
So
these challenges?
yeah, so basically, I'm a trainer also, so we focus on the interpersonal things here, right? We focus on the emotional intelligence, empathy, and there is a concept called strokes actually, which means the unit of recognition. Okay, so like for example, I belong to millennial generation, so basically I value flexibility, I question the authority, I work in team, and I'm more of a global minded. Now the generation Z, which is coming, which is now coming, entering the workforce, it's a multitasker because they have been seeing the mobiles from the childhood. They value immediate response. Everything should be fast, and they, because they've not struggled in their life, or the things were not struggle. I would say things have been very technically, and things were given when they came into the life, and they are entrepreneurial. They are not groomed to actually work for certain kind of, like you're told. So when
Hmm.
we have to mix these two people, right, Millennium and Generation
Yeah.
Z, right? So we have to make them understand. See, the Millennium person has to understand that the person wants immediate response. You cannot just ask Generation Z person to say, "Wait, wait, I will give the response," because that that will result in conflict, right?
Correct.
Okay. And since you are Millennium and you are actually senior to Generation Z, so obviously it is actually you as a team leader, you are expected that you give them that freedom, entrepreneurial thing, right?
Hmm.
They have some freedom. If you try to just pose like I am saying you do that because our manager has done that, Okay, will not work. So now, as a millennium generation, is a responsibility of me to understand the generation Z and adapt myself. That's what the training we give, right? Similarly, with generation Z people, we says that okay, fine, you value immediate response, but have a little patience because there's some process which we need to follow to get the things right. So we do that diversity and inclusion training.
So millennium generation is the one who's getting sandwiched.
Yeah, yeah, because our bosses were generation X, right? And
Yeah.
they enjoy certain kind of structure and direction, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a challenge even I'm going through. So that's more of my personal question as well. So because I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
my friends.
And everybody is going through belong to millennium generation because when we started our career, like what boss said or manager said is right, right?
Right.
And it was like we have from our time the mobile started coming, the global everything starts opening up. Okay, so we have seen the what we can before that mobile stage and after mobile stage. So definitely we are the bridge. Whereas Generation Z, for them, everything was on the click of the mouse or internet or
Right.
mobile. They don't need computer or laptop also in the mobile, everything is available, right? So definitely we as millennium are actually have to think from both the sides because we cannot behave the same way the way we were actually groomed while we were freshers.
Exactly. So that's where is the biggest challenge, right? When we are answerable to our bosses, so they have a different mindset. But at the same time, when we need to get things delivered by Generation Z, so that's where the whole crux is. So that's why I said, right, we are getting sandwiched in between.
Yes, yes, yeah, sandwich, and that's a constant tussle actually, which we have to keep
Yeah.
going on. And yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Again, yeah, Satya and Garima. All right, so if you wish to get in touch with Garima, definitely you can search her on LinkedIn by her name, and she's very approachable. And also, if you wish to get her contact details, you can message the Let Us Talk It team if you wish to collaborate with her or do some offline discussion regarding human resource. Alrighty? All right, again, thank you so much, Garima. And now we can move to the next topic. So, for those who just viewed and checked the actual session, don't get confused. We did had some few issues earlier, so we switched the topic and we just finished discussing diversity and inclusion in the workplace. And now we'll move to the first topic, which was introduced earlier, which is establishing an endurable career as a freelance writer. Now, without further ado, so I'll have the speaker for this topic to take over, Kanishka.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Sorry for the technical glitches happened from my side. Yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah, I hope it's. Yeah, I hope it's visible now. Is it?
Yes, it is now visible.
Okay. So, what's a freelance career is, but many of the people think like I have to start a freelancing, a side hustle while I'm doing my job. So the thing is, like, why should I start freelancing? That's the first question that you have to ask yourself before starting a freelancing. Like, there are three goals ultimately a person should have, like to earn more, just to quit your job and become self-employed, just to taste the freedom of being your own boss. So this is a major thing that drive a person to dive into side hustle rather than sticking to a 9 to 5 job. So before you get started as a freelancer, thinking as a freelancer, so you have to define these goals. Like, why should you start freelancing? To earn more, or just to become self-employed, or just to be the freedom of your own boss? The reason is why I kept the slide is to define the further paths. Like, once you do, you can picturize the real picture behind the freelancing screen. Like, if you want to earn more, the truth is it is not a cakewalk, really. Because when you want to earn more than a regular regular 9 to 5 job, freelancing is much difficult because you are the only one army who is going to manage entire thing as a whole. Because there is no one to give you order like you have to do this at this time. You have to schedule your own time. You have to upskill your session, and you have to take everything at your own fingers. So this will become a mess if you can't handle it perfectly. So if you want to earn more, so you have to understand that the freelancing is not easy. So you have to struggle a lot if you want to get to a position where to see the six-figure income that you're going in a bank. And the next thing is, if you want to quit your job, freelancing is a perfect one. But before you quit your job, you have to build a financial pillar that supports you, because freelance always makes you like 1 month you will get lavishing, another month you will keep your bank account dry as possible. So it is always better to build a financial pillar if you are going forward with freelancing. So the next thing is being your own boss. Of course, you can be your own boss. But ultimate goal is to handle everything. It's the ability to handle everything as a one man artist. So that's the major thing that you have to know before diving into freelancing, freelance writing especially. So next, if you are ready, here is my 9-step framework that you can follow to get started as a freelance content writer. So first thing first, what's a goal? Like you have to establish yourself as a writer, or you have to start with an agency or like that. This is must be a goal. That must be something before you go into start a freelance writing. So what's a skill? And next you have to pick something hot in the market, because no one is going to hire you if a niche is going to die. Like there are too many niche to work with. That is marketing, web3, SaaS. My specialty is SaaS. So when you are going to pick a skill, just you have to do a research like which is the trending one and which is like falling down. So this will help you to stick with the best niche in the market, so that you can monetize your skills better than the generalist writer. Next step is who needs your service. This is a major thing that you cannot simply like you can market to anyone, but you have to create your client avatar. Client avatar in the sense the one who needs your service, their location, what's their pain points, or what you can help them with. So this is uh, all the personalities of a client. It helps you better understand what they need and how you can help them. So you have to list your client avatar. So next one is how to convert a skill into a service. So this is a major thing. When I started up my LinkedIn journey, I was like skeptical about creating content. Then I realized that I'm good at creating content for someone else, but not for me. And later, I just created content for me, but better for me, it was better. But when it comes to others, the storytelling part was just started shaking. Like it is not the way that I do for myself, because we have to learn how you can convert your skill as a service. Because if you don't, you can't survive in the writing market, because it's more about storytelling and how you can convey things to others in a simple manner. So next, are you a trustworthy person? See, imagine yourself as a founder. So someone is approaching you to get a job or get a service, pitching a service. Will you trust a person if they don't have any social media presence, or just simply having a simple portfolio without any published articles or something like that? Definitely, you're going to not going to hire them, right? So that's the same thing happens to the founders. Like if you're not a trustworthy person, they won't uh, hire you for sure. So next one is a portfolio. So your portfolio is something that depicts who you are. It's more than a resume, not just a resume. It is entirely different from resume. Like your portfolio defines who you are, what you do, what results you gave to a client as a proof of your work, like testimonials and all. So when you have a strong portfolio, you have the better chances to ace the game, and you can stand unique in the market. So next, do you have so this is where your skills comes into play. Like there are too many riders available out there. Even if you find very cheap riders, I'm not against anyone, but you can still find very high price rider and a low price rider. The gap between them is they are generalist riders who can do anything and write for everything without having a new strategy. If they are not unique, they are replaceable. They are replaceable. They are not going to run in the long time. So this is the basic thing that you have to define yourself as a unique. If there's a person, it can do that. So that is a unique thing you have to develop within you. If you're not gonna do that, in the writing industry, it is not easy to survive without having unique strategy. So next thing is networking and upskilling. So when you start your freelance writing journey, it's essential to upwork and upskill. So even I have some LinkedIn friends to my circle. Even if I have too much of clients to handle, I'll just redirect to them because I will get more of inbound leads. So if I run out of time to manage those clients, I won't say no. Instead, I'll just redirect to them, my friends. And if they have most clients to manage, and they will refer me. This is how it happens. If you are not getting sufficient clients at the time, you can even ask your friends to refer someone if you have. So this is how your network will help you if you are running out of clients, or if you're running out of leads in your pipeline. So this is how networking helps. And upskilling, for sure, if you are not upskilling, your growth will be stagnant at the stage that you are. So when you keep on upskilling, it will reflect in your work. So if you upskill, uh, you can better solve a problem, and if you can better solve a problem, you can charge high, and that's how you grow in a business. So next thing is, are you ready to take care of mental stability? Because as a freelancer, it's easy to get stressed, and it is easy to get trapped in a cycle where continuous deadlines, pressures, upskilling, managing personal brand, everything comes under around your mind. So if you're not ready to take care of your mental stability, you will get stressed for sure. So next thing. So this is a major question that many people ask me, like how to get clients. So the first thing, the perspective you have to change from how to get clients to how can I help them grow. So when you are going to solve a problem, they will they will naturally hire you because you are there to solve the problem. For me, I'm a SaaS writer. So what problem I can solve is I can help them to create product-led blogs, which helps them to get multiple sign up for their free trial or just consultation for. So this is how I help my clients to get conversions from their organic blog, because a blog is something that is idle and getting traffic and without any conversion. This is not going to help them. So this is how you can position yourself, like I will solve this problem for you, and this is my payments, or they will be happy to pay you, because some clients are just need of a service. If you can deliver, you definitely get clients. So as a beginner, you can start with internships. In LinkedIn, you can find multiple internship, and many companies are just providing paid internship as well. So you can just apply for them. If you're a writer, just go and apply, gain experience. And I advise you to create your personal brand on LinkedIn while working as an intern, because when you are working as an intern, you will get to learn many things. So when you learn many things, you will have multiple things to share with your community. So this is the best time you can build your personal brand. So share whatever you are learning on a daily basis on LinkedIn, and create a social circle around it. Just grow, and this is how your personal brand goes. And when you are completing your internship, like 2 to 3 months, and you are consistent with your internship, you start getting inbound leads. So once you start getting inbound leads, just get testimonials from them, build your portfolio, and that's how you can grow as a beginner. So how to proceed? I have listed around 3 steps. So I'm going to walk through like 1 to 3 steps. First, first thing, you have to create a client avatar. As I said, a client avatar is someone who needs your help. For existing, if you are a writer already, you know like you whom you are served. So you can, based on that, you can create a client avatar. If not, just go and create who needs your help. Just evaluate the market, or just connect co-creators and just ask like what are the things that I need to develop a client avatar. So you can even simply Google out this thing. You can create a client avatar like on your niche, and start your personal branding where your ideal clients are active. Like for business and for writing, the better platform is always LinkedIn, because it is a business platform. You can get lots of founders that are out heading out like that. And once you are done with your portfolio, you can just connect with your prospects. You can shortlist who you are going to work with. Just connect with them and be consistent with your posting. Just you have to post like what is their pain points, and you have to provide solution to the pain point through your post. Once you do, you can warm up the leads, and once you pitch them, they won't resist to offer you the service. That's and this is a long-term thing, and it will take at least 2 to 3 months to convert a client. Second step is just build your portfolio. As a beginner, it is not possible to build a portfolio with testimonials and published articles. So I have a solution for that. What you can do is just Google out "write for us" tab. When you do, you will get lots of guest posting opportunity. You can email them. You can find many online templates as well. Just reach out to them and just pitch like you are a writer and willing to share your work on their website. So once it is approved, you'll get some published articles and it ranks. It is a good sign to your portfolio because it adds positive value to your portfolio, because you can say like I help this website to rank 2 of my articles and I can do the same for you. Like you can customize your pitch, and once it is done, you can use LinkedIn search, like looking for content writers. When you search this on LinkedIn search bar and create filters like a latest post, you will get tons of writing gigs directly in front of you. So if you have this portfolio with published blog or ranking blogs with you, you can just pitch them. Absolutely, these kinds of gigs offer you low price, but as a beginner, it is a better way to start. Last step is to build your portfolio. That is a basic thing. Non-negotiable thing is having a strong portfolio. So next, using LinkedIn to find your prospect. Like I said in the first step, you have to connect with your prospect, which is a long process. If you need quick result, that is the one way. Let's just cold mailing, like identifying their email with some email scraping tools and just pitching up for your services. So this is how third step will work. These are 3 main steps which most of the writers use to get their clients. So once you get clients, so if you use any of the steps and get clients, what you can do is try to know as much you can, because without knowing who are they, you can't help them to solve their problem. So what you have to do is just understand them, just get on a discovery call and just discover what they are struggling with. How can you help you? What are the brand values? What are the brand vision, voice, and everything? There are lots of things that you can ask for, and it is itself cannot. So handling additional itself cannot. Like it's a separate section. Next, you have to get documents ready, because if you don't have a contract, people may ghost you. This is a major cons with freelancing, where many clients will ghost you if you're not if you don't have your contract ready. Next step is to get testimonials and get feedback to fill your portfolio, and this is a way you can go. So these are some mistakes that you can avoid, like leaving your job without freelancer feelings. Like it is not about gut feeling, because freelancing will uh, reward you for sure, but it is not consistent. Like before you build a consistent stream of income, like onboarding 2 clients 6 months, don't quit your job. It is like risking your money stream and not charging enough. If you're a beginner, it is okay to work for peanuts, but when you grow, the standard rate of freelancing is like 1 to 2, but it is becoming like 2 to 3, and is also a standard rate. It is becoming like that. So, and not outreaching. For me, I just still now I'm a inbound marketing strategist, because I'm getting leads through inbound. So I outreach a lot, but still I managed to become a freelancer, a 6-figure freelancer. So outreaching is not my cup of tea, but as a freelancer, you have to outreach, because you can't expect what to happen next. So this is a major mistake to avoid. So you have to outreach. So not showing out on platform where your clients are available. So if your clients are available on Insta, say if you are writing for a fashion designer, LinkedIn is not a perfect place. See, if you are writing for SaaS niche, Instagram is not a perfect place. You have to define where your clients are active. So you have to build your personal brand on the platform where your clients are hanging out, so that you can get noticed and attract those into your funnel. So next, not option. I covered this earlier. So not delivering the best. So you can claim like I can deliver the best result, but if you fail to deliver, it's a black mark for your personal brand. So it will cause you like she's the one who is only sugarcoat but won't deliver anything in the result. So don't do that mistake. If you can't provide better result, don't commit to the work. It is best to leave without trying, without risking yourself. Not self doubt. It is obvious because can I do that? Yeah, it is a self doubt. Saying okay to all the projects. See, this is a major problem. As freelancer can't resist themselves to saying okay to all the clients they are coming across, but it's actually very necessary to say no whenever you need, because you can't say okay to every client you saw. Even if the pay is lucrative, what happens is it will get toxic in the long run. Before you onboard a client, you have to investigate a lot. If not, you will have to face the toxicity later. So promising things that you can't achieve. So this is the major thing. As a beginner, if they set unrealistic expectations on you, just leave that. Don't commit yourself, and don't promise things that you can't deliver. Just say that I'm a beginner. I'm not comfortable in delivering these things. But you can be transparent. That's the thing. That's the only thing that you can do to grow as a better freelancer. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kanishka, for that wonderful session. Definitely, it's worth hearing regarding the matter, and also for those who are just planning on engaging into freelancing, you can definitely get in touch with Kanishka to help you start off. So you can actually look her name through LinkedIn, or you can contact or let us talk at them with regards to offline collaborations. And yeah, we wanted to check if there are attendees who'd like to ask questions and also share their insights to our speaker for the topic. So we have a question here from Rakshi Pagaya. When starting freelancing, what should be our post around?
Yeah, when you are starting a freelancing journey, you have to post around something that you are familiar with. Just create a content pillars. It is a common thing that you can come across. Like content pillar in the sense, define your niche. What is your niche? For me, it is SaaS. So I can take like what are the pain points that my clients are going to expect. Like they are going to struggle with deciding between the blog section, and why do they need even a blog section, and what can I get from a blog section, and what obstacles will stop them from getting committed to a blog section. So this is a problem that my clients are going to solve. This will help me in lead generation. And to get engagement, what you can do is just sharing the tools that you can come across, or sharing the tips that you can help fellow writers, sharing your learnings. So these things are some content pillars that you can build around. So if you do, you can get multiple topics to post around. So if you are a beginner, you lavishly get, you are going to upskill continuously. So when you do, you have lots of topic to post around. So yeah, I hope that helps.
In a follow-up question from Rakshit still. So on which platform should be the best to start with, social media or the freelancing platform like Fiverr or People Per Hour?
It's best to start both. As a beginner, it is best to rely on both sides, because as in a personal branding, it goes consistently. It goes with consistency. So if you are building a personal brand, just go with it while creating your gigs on Upwork and Fiverr and such a freelancing platform. So if you're not getting any clients from personal branding, this freelance platform will help you. If you're not getting any gigs from those freelance platforms, you can expect still clients from your personal branding, because when you are consistent, when you are getting seen from your clients, you are getting connected with clients, you are upskilling yourself, definitely you're going to get clients. So I suggest you to just keep a balance of both things. So for me, I'm not active on any freelancer platform. I'm only dependent on LinkedIn, and still I'm able to get what I wish with freelance content writing. Yeah.
Alrighty. I hope that takes care of your question. Rakshi, thank you so much for interacting. And anyone else would like to open their mic? Already. So I believe the actual topics were delivered as crisp as possible, and it's very insightful. So really appreciate you speakers, Garima and Ganishka, for delivering such wonderful topics today. And also for everyone who attended, thank you so much for giving us your time today. And for those who are watching as live on YouTube and Facebook, thank you so much for sparing your time. And for those who missed, our recording will be uploaded in the YouTube channel, and you can actually check that one out on your free time. So we are inviting you again next Wednesday for two new topics as well to be discussed by this weekly webinar that we are doing to aiming to create an informed and empowered community. So this is a way of giving back by Cogent, the company who is behind the Let Us Talk It Zipinars. So we thank you everyone, and we bid you goodbye for today, and see you again next Wednesday. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, and keep safe as always.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.